4 players up from Providence. Can that provide, kind of a jolt for the group?
I think so. I think anytime you have, some players coming up from Providence and they've played well down there, obviously they're in the opportunity to get their chance, and you look at that for them, hopefully to provide a spark. I'm sure they'll be excited to get back in the lineup here for us tonight.
What stood out to you about the Hurricanes now with Mikko Rantanen?
With him now?
Yeah, with him now.
Well, they really haven't changed their identity as a team. We know exactly how they play. They're an aggressive forechecking team. They pressure the puck well all over the ice. He's just another threat that they obviously have in their lineup now, a guy that can create a lot of offense. He's excellent on the power play. So, it provides another challenge. But I think that even with him in the lineup, their identity hasn't changed.
Joe, the trade deadline, 3 o'clock tomorrow, is probably a relief for a lot of players. But what's it like? What will 3 o'clock be like for you tomorrow when all this talk is over?
I'm not quite sure. I just think it's, this happens every year, and it's part of the job description for everybody involved. And so it'll just, obviously, once you get past it, it'll solidify pretty much who's here and who's not at that time. That's the way we look at it, really. From my standpoint, it doesn't really change anything.
Career high 20 goals now from Morgan Geekie. What have you seen from him in terms of his sort of progression and since he's been in Boston?
Well, like I said before, I think with Geeks, he's really seeing the ice. He's seeing the ice well offensively right now. He's able to find spots on the ice. He's got a great shot. He's not afraid to use it. And just the opportunity, too, that he's had playing with Pasta, he's taken advantage of it, too. David's obviously an elite offensive player in the league, and when you get your opportunity to play with him, you try to make the most of it, and Geeks is doing that. So, good for him and good on him.
With Mace running the power play now, do you see his confidence growing daily? And what's that chemistry between him and Pasta? It seems like they're both, they're on the same page, especially in the power play.
Yeah, I think it's getting there. It's always a work in progress. Anytime you have, Mace is still a young player, and he's learning right now, and I think that he's starting to build confidence offensively with the puck. I think there's obviously opportunities for him to make sure that, there's still going to be growth in his game away from the puck and defensively and decisions. But, yeah, I think offensively you can see some of that confidence starting to rise in his game offensively. I agree.
On the power play, does he look to create his own shot too? Like he's not afraid to go down and go a little bit lower rather than just be stationary up at the top.
I think that he has he doesn't defer quite as much, which is good, especially with that group. I think that Mace can start to utilize his shot more, especially against aggressive penalty kills. I think it's important because they get away from their net that you have to be shot ready. You have to put the puck to the net, try to alleviate some of their pressure. I just think, like I said before, I think he's on the move a little bit more. He's not quite as static up top, and it's just to kind of get, you have to feel your way around the power play, and especially against kills like tonight, we're going to see one of the better kills in the league, and we have to be ready for pressure. So it is important that either his feet are moving or the puck moves. It's one or the other.
I guess the first question is just what sort of challenge the Carolina Hurricanes present tonight?
Obviously, they're a really good team. Heavy, hard. They come fast on the forecheck, so it's it's going to be about defending in our own zone first. Always is. Nothing changes, but definitely got to put an emphasis on that against these guys, and then try and get out of the zone and get past our pressure, and then make stuff happen in the ozone.
Joe was saying that they have one of the better penalty kills in the league. When you're on the power play, what's the key to kind of combating their aggressiveness and their attack?
Yeah, you said it. They do. They come hard. They're aggressive. They have good sticks, good structure. I think it's just about being simple and moving it around, and trying to either get them out of position or get them to sink back, so then you can start making plays. And if you can make one or two clean passes around them, that third guy is going to have some time and space to make a play. So,
how much has your confidence on the power play led to more creativity on that unit for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to go out there and try and help the team get a score, I guess. Just distributing the puck and shooting it when I have the lane. And then, there's times where we get moving around and start making plays on the move. But I mean, it's just about being simple and trying to get pucks to the net.
You get the trade line. No, I was just going to say the deadline coming up tomorrow. What's the key to sort of keeping the focus on the task at hand rather than what may be looming?
Yeah, I think one thing we've always preached here, I mean, ever since I showed up last year, it's always been one day at a time. No matter what's going on around you, it's just show up and put your work boots on, go to work for that day, and do what you can to get better. And I mean, we're focused on getting a win tonight, and that's about it.
You don't sense any apprehension with the guys that whose names have been mentioned in rumors and stuff like that?
I mean, trade deadline happens once a year. It's like Christmas, and so I mean, every year you talk about Christmas. Every year stuff's going to happen. Guys are going to be talking and stuff. But I know that we're focused on showing up tonight and just competing for those 2 points.
Getting back to that power play for a second, kind of the chemistry, it seems like you've been building with Pasta passing and going high to low. How key is that for kind of the rejuvenation of that unit?
I think, obviously we know what kind of player he is, and he's so creative. When he gets on the move, and I'd like to think that I'm pretty creative too, and when I get on the move, so I think just trying to play off each other and just build chemistry and find each other and then make plays from there. So.
How do you go through that progression, Mason? Let's say you start the power play with the puck, wins it back to you. What are your reads? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, I think obviously you want to establish middle as the defenseman. So the more you can get middle, the more options you're going to have in terms of that first pass you're going to make off of face-off. And then it's just spreading it around, and say you get a few shots, you get them running around, maybe they get tired or something. That's kind of when you initiate a roll or something where Dave's takes it, comes over, drops it to me, stuff like that. But yeah, just it's all about being simple first, just getting in the middle and making the first pass.